Hi everyone, welcome to part 4 of our series of video blogs on how to create a really good new starter induction. We have the main man who we always interview and is Gareth Hill from Brenell Training, who are induction specialists. Gareth, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, Ian. Very well indeed. Thank you.
Good stuff. Some of the more keen-eyed amongst you may have noticed there's an additional bit of facial hair on Mr. Hill. I don't know about you, but I think he looks a lot better for it. So, in this video blog, we're going to be talking purely about PowerPoint. You might remember blog 3 was about budgeting and the budgetary requirements needed to create a really good new starter induction, especially the considerations around that. But Gareth's devoted an entire blog to PowerPoint. So the usual drill, I'm going to ask Gareth some questions, and my first one is, Gareth, why do you consider PowerPoint such an important tool in new starter inductions?
So, Ian, this is, I suppose the easiest thing to say here is that it's a support tool for any trainer. First thing I've got to say is PowerPoint obviously is the most used, I would say, probably worldwide. But there are other tools out there people are using, like Prezi. There are different presentation tools, and it's just important to find the one that works for you. It's a support tool for the trainer because on something like an induction, there could be a full day's worth of training, or even a week, or even longer. Some inductions last up to 5 or 6 weeks. The PowerPoint slides are a great way of keeping the trainer focused on what the content is, throughout the day and the weeks ahead. It helps the group follow so they know exactly the subjects they're covering. It's a way of getting a message across, key information. You can use pictures and video within that PowerPoint to show and demonstrate things. It allows people to be able to change from hearing a voice to seeing a picture to watching a video. It's a really good resource that helps mix up your training room and the environment itself.
Okay. Really good points there. Now, you've already released the written version of this blog, and I've read through it, and there was one title that really caught my mind, which was Fun, Comedy and Shock. What did you mean by that?
I'm glad you bring that up, because fun, comedy and shock is something where it's just trainer awareness or facilitator awareness. The key thing here for us is, what are we trying to say, and what is the information we're trying to get across? Now, of course, everybody wants to go and have fun when they're out and about on training. And it's important as trainers to make it fun so that they're engaged and they go away having a laugh, but also remembering that key information or the message or the skills that you want them to learn. So by making it fun, we've got to be careful. Comedy, well, it's very subjective. People's view on comedy, how comedy is taken. Of course, let's keep away from politics and religion for a start, especially in the training room. What we're talking about here is, can we use comedy pictures that show or represent maybe the good or bad side of working environments? Demonstrate maybe the skills of how to, or maybe how not to. That way then it's a remembering, you remember, I suppose, the situation or the subject the trainer's trying to get across. Again, videos are a great way where you can show maybe how not to do something, or how not something shouldn't be done. Health and safety use this a lot. Theirs can be quite shocking because they're maybe trying to get across a key message about the dangers of from sharp objects to electricity, or whatever the subject may be. Some of their videos can be quite shocking and could upset people. Well, that environment, maybe as long as you're making them aware, that's fine, because they'll expect it to come. But bear that in mind when you're doing other types of training. It's not there to shock them, frighten them, or upset them. So keep your material in line and respectful to everybody that attends.
Okay, thank you very much. Great point. I think tact nowadays is a really underrated skill. Okay, this is a video blog. We're supposed to be short and snappy. So my final question to you is, what are the most important things to consider with regards to PowerPoint and new starter inductions?
What a great question, and the top 3. So for me, the amount of slides hits on number 1. So how many slides you put into your presentation, whether that's for an hour, a day, a week, is very important. The information shouldn't be all on the slides. They should be there specifically to show the trainer where they are and the group where they are, to try and keep it to a minimum. Yeah. Point two for me, or the key point number two, is all about what information you put on there. Use pictures, use images, use video, use them to hopefully express a point without actually using words in some cases. A picture paints 1,000 words. And point number three from my side of things is keep it to 3 key points per slide. You know, make sure the key message is on there. The rest of it comes from the trainer. Yeah, just use it as that kind of to remember the key points. So 3 key points at the end. I hope that helps everybody.
Great stuff. Thanks, Gareth. I see what you did there. So that brings this video blog to an end. Now, some things to consider. You might not be running an induction yet. You might not have any requirement to run an induction. However, this series of blogs is everything you need to help you create a really good new starter induction. So all of this stuff is available on Gareth's website, the details of which will be coming up in a moment. Make sure you keep a hold of those for when you need them in the future. We've got video blog 5 coming up next, and in that, it's all about the trainer, the facilitation notes, the trainer's notes, and how to construct those so they are effective and useful when you're under pressure and you have to deliver something. But for now, thanks very much.